Okay, so it's been a while since I made kind of one of these status of the Slenderverse videos, but I feel like I need to, because I'm going to save this. I was going to save this for the next broadcast reaction, but I'm doing it now for two reasons. Number one, it was the fact the broadcasts used to come out every 2 weeks, but ever since the fallout of Tim and Joseph with Thak, the broadcasts have been sporadic, and fair enough, when you lose half of your team, things slow down. So I don't know if there's going to be another broadcast this week or not. So I got a plan for that, so I have to upload this. Second is that there's been a lot of talk on my last reaction regarding the regarding broadcast 11, and I feel like I might have either misphrased or I wasn't very clear in what I thought was going on, and I feel like I need to correct a couple of people on a few of the comments that they made. Not huge things. To me, this is a very, very small deal in the scheme of things, but there's just been so much attention drawn to a couple details that I feel like I need to talk about it. At the very least to make myself feel better. Now, I'm going to have a huge disclaimer here. If you don't agree with my theories, that's fine. They're theories. I know there's a chance I might not be right. There's a chance I might not be wrong. Proof isn't here yet, especially with Clearlix 44, to disprove or prove me wrong in any aspect. So, if you don't like my opinions, that's fine. But I ask that you respect them. I feel like a couple of you have not. That's your deal. So disclaimer, I admit I might not be right, but for now, for me, my theories make sense with the information that we have. Now, the topic that a lot of people have seemed to be having issues with is who the third member of ToTheArk is. Again, this is partially my own fault in that I wasn't exactly clear when I said that it was Jay. Alright? So now I'm going to be very clear with what I say, what I think. So the fact is that when Troy and Joseph and Tim sat down and wrote the first season of Marble Hornets, they wrote a third ToTheArk character with the skull mask that's there. However, when they went to the second season, they realized a third ToTheArk character would not work. So they dropped that plot line being that Jay was going to be the third ToTheArk member. So I stress, the plan, this is from the creators, you can find the interviews online. It's not difficult. The creators themselves wanted to have Jay as the third member of ToTheArk. That didn't happen, obviously, from what we see. So, Nightmind said, alright, well if Jay's not the third ToTheArk member like they planned, someone else has to be. And they come up with a theory that it's Seth, which fits 100% behind that. The theory that Seth is the third ToTheArk member makes sense. However, Seth showed up 3 times. One as the cameraman, the second in the entry in Season 1 where Alex lured him into the basement to be killed by the operator, and the third as, again, the third member of ToTheArk. He never showed up again. This was due to real-life situations. Troy and Joseph stated that the actor who played Seth, I believe he just simply didn't want to believe. I believe he simply did not want to be in Marble Hornets anymore. So they told us to consider his character as good as dead because he's not coming back. Same thing with Sarah. Sarah moved away, so it was impossible for her to come back and be in the second season or third season of Marble Hornets. So, recap. Makes sense that Seth is the third ToTheArk member, but it was originally planned to have Jay in that role. So that gives me good part 2. The reason why I said I think Jay is the current ToTheArk was because the plot line they had originally planned was to have Jay in that position. So in my head, it made sense that the current ToTheArk is not the third member of ToTheArk we saw in Marble Hornets, but a new ToTheArk. That's Jay. I guess if you want, I could say, and I will, that Jay is the fourth member of ToTheArk. However, I'm wrong. And anyone who says that this current ToTheArk is also wrong. And I can say that with 100% certainty, because as someone pointed out in another comment in my last reaction, is that Noah Scammon, one of the 2 members of THAC creating Clear Lakes, stated that aside from Tim's cameo in broadcast number 4, there's going to be no characters from Marble Hornets. No one's coming back. Which means that the current ToTheArk is someone we have never seen before, never met before. It's not Seth, it's not Jay, it's not Alex. Who is it? We don't know. Of course, Noah could be lying, because if it is someone from Marble Hornets, obviously he's not going to tell us, because that would ruin the surprise. So until either A, he lied, and it is someone from Marble Hornets, or B, he's not lying and it's someone new, I'm going under the assumption that it is someone new. And again, that's from Noah Scammon, the guy who's creating Clear Lakes 44, so his word is pretty much as good as gold. If he says no one from Marble Hornets besides Tim is showing up, then that means no one from Marble Hornets besides Tim is showing up. And don't tell me that Tim is going to show up in the future, because Tim is no longer a part of THAC. He's not going to be in Clear Lakes. He's stated on Tumblr, and they've even said in the forums that that's it. Like, Tim's not coming back. And a lot of people don't want to admit that or think that Tim is not showing up in Clear Lakes 44. So the current ToTheArk is not Tim. And since it's not someone, and since no one else from Marble Hornets is showing up, it's not Jay, and it's not Seth. Who's the current ToTheArk? I don't know. But it's somebody who knows about ToTheArk, knows his methods, knows the password to the Marble Hornets Twitter page, and someone who's got connections. But it's not someone we've seen before. Which means that the theory that Seth is the one uploading the broadcasts is also false, because no one from Marble Hornets is showing up. Now, this was in one of Noah's live streams. He does a lot of live streams of gaming, I believe, so I can't remember which one specifically was from, but he said it. It's really from his mouth to your ears. Well, his mouth to my ears to your ears. So I just wanted to clear the air, because I didn't want to waste more time in my reaction. I wanted to do the reaction and then my reaction to it completely. This is kind of to clear the air, because there's a lot of back and forth right now between different commenters, and it's getting a lot of attention. So I just wanted to say, here's what I meant. I meant to say that Jay was supposed to be ToTheArk at some point, but they dropped that, so it makes sense that Seth was the third person. However, that does not apply to Clear Lakes 44. Clear Lakes is something different. It's no one we've seen before. That's really all I wanted to say and felt I should say. Thank you all for watching. I read all your comments, and seeing this discussion go on, it really is. It's why I do this. The communication with the community, being a part of it, interacting with other fans of Clear Lakes and Marble Hornets is great. And And you can count on me being here for a long time. That's all I need to say. Have a good night, guys.